All right, guys, welcome to the live stream. We're going to be doing no DLC Germany today. And we're going to do this live stream kind of like it's a video, but we're on Elite Iron Man mode with historical AI. And I get this question a lot. This is why I'm doing this. So what are the differences between the DLCs and basically not having the DLCs? And then everyone's like, why is Hitler's picture blacked out on mine but not yours, etc., etc., etc. So I don't have any of the custom unit packs. I don't have like the custom pictures for generals or anything like that. I have purchased every single DLC for Hearts of Iron 4, so let's dive into it and see what the differences are. Hey, Florian, what's up, man? Long time no see. Hey, Ethan. Good to see you, man. Okay, so the specific question was from a viewer that was watching a speedrun video. So we're going to be doing a speedrun today, and I had to play through this yesterday, and it was like so confusing. So I understand why you guys are confused. It makes complete sense. Like, you're missing a whole bunch of swim panzers and things like that that you don't need. You don't need them. We're going to go Logi Company and let's go some guns. Let's get heavily into the guns. So basically, when you upgrade your tanks, there's no tank designer, there's no naval designer. So you're going to see the old school screen like this, which is a lot easier to upgrade because it just is upgrading pure stats. You can just see the stats there. It's cleaner. There's not like 5 or 10 things to upgrade. There's only 4. So that's a lot cleaner. We're not going to be doing arty because Germany, mobile warfare, etc. You get it. Germany has a big air force, so we don't need a big air force either. We could probably dominate here with the speed run. And then we're going to go and build the outdated destroyer as meat shields. So this is meat shield right here. Let's get another meat shield up. Okay, it's very important because the damage is going to go on to these destroyer ones, and we're going to be able to churn out a lot more of those than anything else. Let's set up our navy real quick. We'll do a sub navy and a normal navy. Subs can sit over there. Germany's navy is obviously not that complex. Speed run, we're going to go mills all the time. And we're going to make sure that these units spawn into a navy where I want them to be. So if you're watching, you could skip through this part. If you're watching this as a video, it just kind of setup phase here, which a lot of people like to see. So I am going to go through this with you guys. Let's start building AA and build that into like 5 AA. We're going to build into 10 support equipment. Notice how little equipment that I am building here. That is by design. That way you can stack production efficiency. This bar over here, turn 1, you get full production efficiency except for the AA. We're going to rule the skies with the AA that we're building there. Let's go up to that. We're not going to worry about the events and decisions screen. Trade screen either. Let's get all these guys into an army. Shift left click. And then start making the armies. So there's some interesting differences here that I'm sure there's some that I don't know about that we're going to have to tease out. But there are some that I identified yesterday. And one of them is sending forces to another country to fight in foreign wars. So you're not able to right off the bat just send air volunteers. And I think I figured out a way around it. Let's get Witzelbin over here. I like to send Witzelbin out. It's got good attack, good supply. It's my man right there. Set these guys up for Battle of Poland. How you guys doing in chat? Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it. I've gotten a lot of love from my viewers recently, especially all the beginners are kind of just piling in. Welcome. Let's learn the game together. There's a lot of different techniques. There's some misinformation. So you have to be wary out there, guys. You're going to hear about 5 or 10 different ways of doing things. So you got to kind of be aware of what is real and what's not real. Cloak 71 and Pigeon, those are 2 Hearts of Iron 4 channels that if you check them out, they have good information on them. What are we doing here, guys? Okay. I set this up wrong. Here we go. So Poland's going to fall pretty quickly. I got a question the other day, I think this morning, to the effect of like, hey, I ran out of oil. One of the tricks with that, like, what do? I ran out of oil. My Air Force doesn't work. So if you're out of oil, your tanks will go much slower and your Air Force is not going to work. Don't put your Navy on a mission. Just keep your Navy, like, in check. We'll use von Manstein. Ugh. I hate how the AI picks the same colors. It's kind of annoying. And then we'll get this air ready. If everything works out how I think it will, we'll send air volunteers to Ethiopia and we'll grind XP. Okay, setup phase over. As you can see, there's no spy agency. That's because we don't have the La Resistance DLC. Hey, Reynolds. In the Navy, we need 4 battleships. There's no strict way of doing it. The battleships that we're producing right now, Predator, are not going to be out by the time we do Sea Lion, so don't worry about it. Your battleships are your battleships. You're going to score more critical hits on naval targets by using Nav 2. That's Naval Bomber 2. You will just melt enemy capital ships. $5 or 10 million different ways. Welcome, Monster. Good to see you. Oh, cool. You like the Soviet Union tutorial? Like, I had to do that one because it was so popular. I had one for the other DLCs, basically. And yeah, I had to do that just because it was so popular and I love playing Soviet Union so much. Okay, let's send volunteers. So I'm assuming we could send Witzelbin. We can't. You have selected more than 5 divisions. Is this a bug? Are we bugged out? Let's try this again. Send volunteers. So this screen is different. You should just be able to check the box with air volunteers. Okay, we can send the 2. The other thing we need to do is start training cavalry. Set that to high priority. Don't forget that one. If you shift left click on add unit, it'll add the units much quicker. And the units that we're sending down to Ethiopia are strictly just so that we can get the air volunteers. So Let's see if this works. Let's see if we can send air volunteers. Okay, I think this is how it used to work. January 2nd. We can't bother them till January 2nd. Mussolini cannot be bothered, guys. Do not bother Mussolini. Okay, it's saying now to send more, we need at least 30 divisions. It's not allowing me to send my air. Okay, let's see if that just gets baked in. Can I just do it? No. Yuck. Okay, well, maybe when they arrive over there, I'm going to be able to get 2 divisions out pretty quick here. Yeah, there's a lot to learn in this game, but if you just stick to the basics, you will be able to succeed. I can't put it there. Okay, guys. You can't send volunteers. Where's my air volunteer choice? Okay, with no DLCs, I guess you can't send air volunteers. I'm not going to use these guys because I want all the guns to go into building my army. Let's try to let them sit there for a couple days and see if I can't send my air volunteers down. Nope. Very interesting. Okay, let's get a few divisions out. Well, it is going to allow me to do this. Yeah, there's no air volunteers. Okay. So that's one difference that you can chalk up. So those guys are just going to sit there and hopefully they don't attrition. I don't want to waste any guns. I want all the guns to go over here. That's why we're not going to use them and grind. We're going to do a speed run. Okay, so we're doing a bit of pause micro, getting these divisions out as quick as we can. Getting them out at 1 a.m. is best. If you can time that right, you'll get the divisions out quicker so that we can meet the requirements of Anschluss and then Danziger War. That's what we're looking for right now. We want to get those war goals from our focus tree. So if you're a new player, a huge hint for you is that your war goals that you have in your focus tree will give you cores in most instances. That's what you want to go for. That gives you a clue as to what your country should or should not be attacking. I'm going to change those to motorized because the motorized division is the biggest division that I have. See if that changes anything about this screen. It did not. Can I send an air wing down here yet? Let's test that. No. Okay. No DLCs equal no air volunteers. Yeah, it does. It does say that. Oh, war with Spain, February 1936. Okay, so apparently the war with Spain is very random if you have no DLCs. We could send some folks over there too, but I'm not going to. Yeah, February 36. Wow. Okay, so this is interesting. So as Hearts of Iron 4 is building out their game, they're adding additions with the DLCs that make the base game or the game with the DLC work fairly differently. Because you usually, in all the DLC gameplay right now, Spanish Civil War will be in July every single time without variation. So you could have vast differences in results depending on how good you are at grinding the Spanish Civil War, as well as when the Spanish Civil War hits. Because I think it used to be you could get the gold reserves as USSR with the Spanish Civil War. Which decreases. I think they took that out though, because I did not get that with my USSR playthrough. So I'm curious if that still happens in the base game. And that's going to increase your construction, the amount of civilian factories that you have. Okay, so just getting as many divisions as possible out. You need to add divisions immediately. I'm doing this as quickly as possible so that the divisions get manpower in the field. That's the key here. And then we could speed up our Angelus focus timing. Can you attach an air wing to your volunteer army? That's a good idea. Okay, so we're waiting on Angelus. We've got 80,000 men, 83,000 to go. Didn't do anything. That's good thinking, though. I like that. We're going to burn some days off of our focus tree. It's okay. It'll give us more political power. It's fine. A little more. Some of the political power will be taken off. Okay, the requirements have pretty much gone down because all the men are starting to filter into these motorized divisions. Thus the pause micro. Oh, thanks, Frice. I hope I didn't mispronounce your name. Keith, slight smile. What's up, Keith? You having a good day today, man? It's foggy where I'm at right now. I like a little fog sometimes, though. Not all the time, just a little time. It's been pretty sunny here in Cali. We've had fantastic weather. The famous California weather. Unfortunately, sometimes there's a lot of wildfires. But not right now. Anyone check out the Chieftain's video he just came out with on the Ukrainian war tank propaganda? I found it pretty interesting. He is a real life tanker, so he has a pretty realistic view. Oh, I forgot to go free trade right off the bat. That'll slow us down a little bit. Let's get these boys out. Then we still need to be worried about this screen churning out divisions. It's sunny in Vienna, Austria. Nice. Greetings from Austria. Some reason I thought Elite difficulty was part of a DLC. Apparently it's not. So that's something we could chalk up. This is the version of the game you have it on Game Pass, so you're taking notes. Sunny in Hamburg. How do you like, I know I mispronounced that, Hamburg. What do they build? They built a new Tesla factory. Here's a Tesla factory right here by Nuremberg. How do you like that new Tesla factory over there? Are the Austrians and the Germans welcoming the new low-cost Teslas that they don't have to ship across the Atlantic Ocean? Or do you guys not like Tesla? I'm a Tesla guy. I'm baiting you guys. Okay, so that war's over. We'll get the divisions back. We're just churning out as many divisions as possible. Reynolds from Russia. Welcome, Reynold. So, for beginners, what you guys oftentimes like to do is spam out a ton of divisions. Do not do this. You like to have a lot of armies. You know, there's a lot of RP flavor in this game. Like, I get it. However, you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that these tan boxes are full. Now, I know they're not full right now, but eventually we'll get there. We're just trying to speed run and meet the requirements of Danziger War. So don't worry about it. We will shift our division templates after the Battle of Poland. Poland is fairly weak. We'll be able to take them out with our tanks that we received from the start of the game. This is going to be a little different because in the no DLC version, you can see that there is no, there's no huge cannons. Railguns. You want to get radio as fast as possible. We probably could have juggled, but we're going to keep it simple. Could have tech juggled to get radio. If you don't know what that is, you can check it out on my channel. I've got a few tech juggling videos. And then as soon as we get Anschluss, we're going to get a whole ton more divisions. We're going to get a few more divisions, so that's going to increase our manpower in the field. We need 950,000 manpower in the field to meet the requirements of Danziger War. There we go. There's those juicy divisions. There we go, baby. And then, as you can see, we could go war economy. I am going to favor Halder, the army offensive expert, and Ferdinand Schnorner. And then we'll start getting army experience that we could use to make better tanks, etc. Okay, let's see our manpower. So we'll give all these guys to von Witzelben. Tesla factory is near right from Berlin. Oh, I thought it was like in between Berlin and Nuremberg. I don't know where it is exactly. Oh, really? The Georgians are in Kharkov? The famous city over here? Next to Belgrade, huh? There's Kursk. Kiev's over here. Okay, so the Russians are attacking from the east, right? And then they've got this corridor right here, and they're trying to take, what is this? Whatever port town was over here. God, I'm really bad with my Ukrainian geography. I can't think of it right now. Okay, let's get this set up and let's get going so we can get a good show for you guys. Okay, 827,000 in the field. Let's create some Alpine Jaegers. Special forces in this game are pretty good. There is a cap, though. You can only build so many. And it seems like the cap with no DLC on special forces is stricter than it was with DLCs. Because typically I'm able to churn out like 5 or something like that. Like 5 Alpine Jaeger divisions. So that seems to be a difference that I just identified. And I think we have enough forces out right now. Mariupol, yeah, thank you. That is the port town on, not the Black Sea, but the adjacent to the Black Sea, whatever this is in here. It's not going to tell us, but I imagine this is fairly shallow. They might even have to dredge this to get over to Rostov. Like, Rostov is already taken. Mariupol's like somewhere over here, I think. They're trying to get a foothold there to kind of hold out. Oh, wow, and we're already building fighters. That's not a bad thing. We're almost to reassert Eastern claims, and then we should meet the requirements. Almost. So we'll go with dispersed, and then immediately go into improved machine tools. So our infantry units are going to work pretty well here. What's up, Rage? I'm not sure what that means. Dizao wrong? So we're trying to get this, our army set up as tightly as possible. So we have just enough divisions. Just enough divisions to meet the requirements of Anschluss here. Let's pull one of these guys back because there is an advantage if you have 24 out of 24 in your army. Your generals will have access to different traits. Namely the, I think it's organizer trait. Okay, so we got reassert Eastern claims. I gotta pay attention to my political power here. Let's go with ground support. Let's go with Hermann Goering. So we're turning on our Air Force there. And then we're just gonna make air wings of 100. You can cheese the game by making air wings of 1. This will give you a higher rate of getting fighter aces or whatever type of ace that the air wing is. You can see an ace right there. But you'll spam out a lot of aces if you have air wings of 1. Pretty sure that'll work the same in this DLC. Pretty sure it'll work the same with no DLCs. Sorry. One common mistake that you'll make all the time is not clicking missions on your air wings, so don't forget to do that. Put your Navy out here in front of Danzig because that Navy will start shore bombarding. Even if it's in this port, it will not shore bombard. You have to bring it out. So it basically acts as a railgun. Absolutely, Reynold. Correct. And being in Russia, you have different propaganda than we do in the States. 100%. So who are we believing and why? That's what the chieftain said. Each side should do propaganda, and they're stupid if they don't. I agree with that statement. Okay, so we're going to meet the requirements of Danziger War here. We know that because we're grinding it out. We could probably delete a division or two, which will balance everything a lot better. It'll take the little equipment that was in that division and distribute it to everyone else. So we could probably get rid of like one more division. The divisions with all the equipment are going to do the heavy work. Looks like we have a little attrition there. So there, we just got Logic Company. That's going to be very good. We'll insert Logic Company after we capture some equipment from Poland. Some of the things that we need to think about is turning on, like, we could get Flampanzer from Engineer 2. It looks like that's going to be a little expensive. So what would be cheap and what would give us a boost here? That's what I'm thinking of. We could boost up our AA. That's quite expensive. These build times seem very expensive. Man, I'm just thinking like maybe construction because it's so cheap. Or rubber processing is even cheaper. We're going to have a lot of rubber problems here. That's for sure. Oh, this, since you don't have your spy agency, all the ciphers and decryption is all built into your focus tree here. So that will give you an encryption bonus if you decide to go for those. So maybe I should do mechanical computing. I mean, we could really get an advantage if we start grinding out like Cast 2 right now or something. Sorry, I'm just hemming and hawing here. Let's just go for good old infantry equipment because that's going to be the most common thing on the battlefield. And we can get an advantage that way. Vanilla Germany? Yes, sir. Germany yet again. Are you seeing a theme, Axel? We'll get rubber. We'll trade for it after we capitulate, everyone. If I have enough time, we're going to be doing Italy later today. 2 live streams today. FF, good to see you, man. Got Russia for the no step back focus tree with no DLC. I don't understand, man. Can you train the Navy? Apparently you can. That's interesting. I don't want to waste oil, though, so we're not going to train anything. Okay, we should have a decent stockpile of trucks. And we're going to be light on trucks for the Battle of Poland. So now you might say, like, what if we switch the division templates real quick? That's going to be detrimental. Don't do that. We are suffering a little attrition here. I don't like to see that. But we'll deal with it. Let's get stuck right in here. The Allies are not going to come in for this war. So we don't have anyone against France. I mean, we could get surprised here. No DLC Germany could be different. We'll see how it operates. It's a huge test run for us here. Go straight into Iran Maginot, and then we're going to attack straight on. You have to manually declare war. Cross your fingers that the Allies don't come in. Let's let them shuffle or attack or do that. That guy's shuffling. So they lose their entrenchment. I want everyone to attack aggressively because we're aggressive on this channel. Okay, these guys are going to slam in. We got some Cass over here. You know what I didn't do? I didn't upgrade my generals. Do the generals not have upgrades? What do you use command power for then? Holy mackerel. You don't get upgrades on your generals? There's no little box down here. I'm pretty sure that came with man the guns, so we can't use command power to upgrade the generals. That sucks. So it must be auto upgraded. Interesting. That's going to be different. Sort by total skill. Okay. Even this looks a little different. Interesting. Okay. That throws me off quite a bit. And what's funny is they still have the railgun. You could assign railguns to armies, but there are no railguns in this game. No, waking the tiger. Okay, cool. Boom! As soon as we get there, okay, they're going to attack again. As soon as we get this tile, we'll try to get some overruns. Okay, so let's take all of Guderian's forces and get them across the river real quick. We'll have this guy move to Lodz. And then, so, therefore, that's got to be an overrun right there. Because it looks like they're past the Polish troops. That's pretty cool. Okay, we're out of supply. Let's try to turn on the supply planes. Are we bugged? What? The transport mission is gone. You have no idea how much this is screwing me up, guys. How do I get rid of the red boxes? Okay, let's check out supply in this area and see if the transport planes are doing anything. I'm sorry, guys, but I like this game way better with the DLCs. Why isn't this working? Supply received, but it's not delineating the supply. That must be with a... It's not explaining to me how we're getting supply to this area. I'm missing something, but usually there's an arrow that tells you the supply throughput. Supply connection from capital. Okay. I'm going to be super disoriented the next time I play with DLCs enabled. Let's get one guy going to Poznan. Let's get everyone else moving over towards Warsaw. Let's see what we can do here. He's past him attacking. Okay. Get these guys in. Get him moved around. There we go. Okay, Warsaw, no problem. Someone needs to get Patak. And... keep going here. Let's see how deep we can dive without getting hurt. Oh, you can just walk into Danzig, bros. Okay, he's gonna take loads, and then they're gonna walk into Warsaw eventually here. Let's take these guys out and then have them head into Warsaw, and then let's move our planes up. Planes will get a lot more efficiency if we move them into there. Italy got the trains running on time. Railway's not connected to the main railway system. You need to play historical, very important. Problematic, long time no see. Problematic is a historical player. I haven't played with you in a long time, brother. How's it going over there in Europe? Okay, so he's over there. Let's go Radom into low. We're just slicing these guys up like no tomorrow. It's a bloodbath out there. Okay, looks like most of the Navy is out. Okay, they're gonna fall soon. You have to take, like, a lot of different cities here. Poznan, Patak, Danzig, Warsaw, Białystok, Grodno, and even Brest-Litovsk and Sidelk, however you pronounce that. Okay, he's free. He can head down here. But it takes a lot to cap Poland. If you have the DLCs, you could always make a collab government, and that allows them to get capped a little easier. They seem pretty weak in this. Dude, it's like, come on, guys, like... where's the capital even? Thank you. Yeah, Poland seems easier without DLCs. For sure. Okay, very important. You stop. Have everyone line up over this way. Okay, you're going to get your planning bonus back, Guderian. Let's have you go into Essen. We're going to line up on the Maginot. Try to freeze their army there. Hopefully we don't have to bring the Italians in. We'll see what happens. I'm just doing this kind of quick and dirty here. I don't even know what the transport planes do. They don't provide supply. I don't have paras yet. It's only 36. Oh, you want me to para drop into Kiev? This is elite difficulty for Stumbeck. All right. Let's continue on here. We want to make sure everyone is using the rail system. That way they don't attrition. And then we want to make sure that we're using our trucks with supply, motorization priority, and then we will start to build out our infantry templates here. So the first thing that we could do is take this. We could switch this to AA. Okay, so that only costs 10. With the No Step Back DLC, that would have cost 20 army experience. What else do we need to alter? I could put like logi companies into my tanks. That would help. And then we need to take artillery out of our basic divisions because we're not building artillery at all. So the altering in your army composition, that's one of my big videos that you guys like to watch, apparently. The army composition is very important, so you really need to pay attention to this. Okay, so he only has 4. Let's give Witzelbin a couple. Change these guys to like infantry guys or something like that. I'm gonna put like 2 AA. Alpha 6, good to see you, man. Dude, long time no see, man. It's good to hear from you. Thanks, man. Yeah, I wish I could pour more time into it, but life happens. Yeah, we're planning on putting making YouTube more of a priority in the future. In the not so distant future, actually. So you guys are going to get some surprises happening here in a couple months. I've been saying this for about 1.5 years, trying to prioritize YouTube, and it hasn't been in the cards for me. I've had to help out some of my family that's been sick, and that's kind of put a monkey wrench in everything. Are these guys balanced? Yes. Let's give a couple of these guys to Guderian. Why not? But yeah, basically we're making progress and we should get there. So just hang in there, guys. Let's like up that to like 15 or 17. I don't think Witzelbin needs too many guys. Okay. Air should be over here shortly. Let's get these guys just standing off over here. Go over there. Everyone's saying it's sunny in Europe, but I bet you it's cloud cover in UK, huh, Alpha 6? If I remember correctly, that's where I think you're from. There's so many of you guys. What I would like to do next after around Maginot is we're going to rush war with France, and then we're going to go army innovation so we can get our champion, Rommel. I'm a Rommel simp, and I know there's a lot of counter arguments to the Rommel myth, but hey, I simp out on Rommel. I know he's got his faults, but he's a military man. And in Germany, they don't like to mix military and politics. It's kind of part of their deal in Germany. So I like the version of Rommel that is like apolitical. Debatable as it is. YouTube, breathe, drink, sleep, other. This is how you used to play? I like playing this way. I like playing historical, like problematic. Just depends. Wow, we're way ahead of around the Maginot. This is going to be a good run, guys. Heck's taking so long. Okay, so we're going to rush war with France to make sure that the French come in. Because I want to attack you, France. I want to eat France. So you could either take Luxembourg or you could go around the other way. We're going to go Netherlands way. Let's eat Netherlands first. Make sure all this is up. There's a little too many guys, huh? Let's balance that out. You chill. Okay, we got some cast coming out. God, I have no idea what you use command power for, guys. Is there no one right here? Can we go that way? Wait, so how does Guderian get Panzer Expert? I must be missing something here, guys. What the heck? How does Guderian upgrade? How do you tell if he's upgraded? Okay. Confusing. Okay, let's look at our stockpile real quick. Yeah, we could use a lot more support equipment. Yikes. Let's go up to that. We'll recover our deficit in steel here shortly. You go east, not west? Are you sure? Problematic, you live up to your name yet again. You indeed are problematic. Take Amsterdam. They seem to melt even quicker. Like these minor countries, this is looking good. So we'll satellite the Dutch East Indies, Suriname, and Antilles, and we could trade with them. Okay, it's not allowing me to do that in one go. Okay, I guess I'll pass. They're supposedly redesigning this so it doesn't suck like it does now. Okay, so now we have 3 puppets. And then we'll take all states in the Netherlands. So we don't quite want to trade with those puppets yet, but we will shortly. After the UK Navy's defeated. So we'll get this set up ahead of time. And then we'll place the rest of these guys on an order on Belgium. This way, von Witzelben is able to begin preparing his naval invasion. Feels a little glitchy. Let's make sure everyone's moving quick. You too, Rommel. That's a control B right there. Hitler wanted to go east but was intervened in Poland. Yeah, I'd agree with that. The Allies kind of messed that plan up for him. He was not expecting the Allies to come into the war after Poland. As crazy as that sounds. Okay, let's start battle planning. Wow. With all the DLCs enabled, you typically have a lot of attrition. I'm not seeing that. Maybe that's because I upgraded motorization priority, but typically you're having attrition. And as you can see, France is not coming in. So I'm glad that we're trying to deck against them. Wow, I would have thought that they would have given up by now. Okay, so the improved radio is not going to work, so there's no point in going radio at all. We could go construction, but we're speed running. Let's just get the infantry equipment. Let's get our military prowess working on all cylinders here. That's what we're going to prioritize, not construction. Okay. The railroad there, so he should get supply. We'll have Rommel, like, over here or something. And then von Witzelben can siege the coast here. Let's get right in that corridor. Okay, so now we just have to wait. Okay, we got them. Without the Allies coming in, I probably could have puppeted off like Belgium Congo because you will get attacked over here, but it's all good. Doesn't matter. That should increase our rubber just slightly. I think we got 1 or 2 rubber from the Belgian Congo. Oh, you're in Panama, Alpha 6? I didn't know that. No, you could have around Maginot in 1936. It's always worked that way. You can check out any of my videos. Any of my old videos. If I was hacking, I would have had to hack like all my videos. But some of these things I'm not going to be able to explain because I don't play without the DLC. So it's kind of different for me. Okay, we're gonna hold PP for Rommel. Let's get this Cass up, and do we have a plane that's nice? The planes with the... See how that works. Get the planes with the ace on it to support the Cass. I'm assuming that the Cass is just going to melt everything in its path because this seems a lot easier than with all the DLCs enabled. In France, typically comes in around now. Okay, so our economy is wrecked because the MIFO bills. 20% consumer good factories. You can't install NSIG? Sorry, I don't know. I don't play NSIG that much. I have it, but I haven't installed it. We're a speed run. It's only 37, so that's why they're not guaranteeing. So it's been this way since I've been playing Hearts of Iron 4. You can speed run like this without the Allies guaranteed. So we get the war goal with France, and they did not intervene at all. Typically, if you kind of threaten them with the war goal, they will intervene. Army Innovations is going to give us Rommel. It does not say that there. How do we get Rommel? Army Innovations. Okay, it doesn't say that on the focus tree badge, though. Okay, whatever. But we are going to get Rommel. Okay, so we're going to declare war. UK is going to come in. UK is going to get their planes over here and their expeditionary force. It's going to be really annoying. I like to freeze everything on the Maginot and punch through the extended Maginot line here. See how this goes. So I'm going to turn everyone on except for Witzleben. I don't want this amphibious invasion to go off. So we'll just have him attack normally there. And then Guderian can go through there. Guderian does not have Panzer Expert or whatever it is yet. It's kind of concerning. He's learning traits Organizer and Urban Assault Specialist. Okay. Like, oh no. Am I meeting the requirements of Panzer Expert? I don't think so. That's probably why. I need at least 40% of the division to be tanks. Let's switch these guys over to Witzleben. Okay, France joins the Allies. And here we go. They're bombing us. At least they're not bombing the Belano. And this is what's called in Hearts of Iron 4 snaking. And we will be snaking to Paris and try to do a very quick knockout blow versus the Allies here. If you snake in a multiplayer game, you will get destroyed. Thanks for joining the Discord, Reynold. See you later, man. Okay, Calais got the good airport. It is better to get all your air over here. Green air, arguably the best thing in the game. Oh, they're stopping me a little bit over here. Let's try to go through this way. Okay, I don't like the fact that the spearhead's getting stopped, so we just need to parry around. These guys done? They're gonna get Riem, and then they can go down here. Actually, it'd be nice if one of these guys could get the airport. Okay, first low supply that we've seen. Let's make sure that we're repairing the infrastructure. Don't really care about the railroads as much as the infra. And these guys are going to be hopelessly trapped here in a second. So we got Calais and we get Paris, and that should be it. So we'll see how this works. No DLC style. Are they going to make me go all the way to Brest? Question marks. Like this guy right here is getting attacked. Okay, you can go that way. France is just collapsing. Why don't you go to Brest? Okay, we'll establish Vichy France so that we don't have a lot of resistance. That basically makes kind of like a puppet. Actually, Witzleben is ready to cross. So the key thing here is to immediately put all your Air Force in the channel and then put them on naval strike so that they can start wearing out the enemy. I guess transport planes are in this with no DLC is just good for Paras. Can we go Vichy France or Case Anton rather? So we could go Jägernets. Does not control the majority of French states in North Africa. At most, 0 divisions in Midi-Pyrenees. Any country with the same original tag as Free France. Okay. I wonder if we take all the rest of this stuff or if there's going to be another capitulation and we can do that. Oh, what? Oh, this is so weird, guys. What the heck is going on here? Okay, Free France just capped. We got some Hotchkiss H-35s. If you avoid spiking world tension in SP, the Allies jump in late. Okay. World tension's high now, so they're in. Andrew, good to see you, man. Andrew, you're everywhere. You're a frickin' beast. A Chad among men. JZDB Hayden, expert strats ESG. Thanks, man. They're sweating in Luxembourg for sure. Oh yeah, Adam, did you message me today or yesterday? Yeah, I think if you're a channel member, you could watch my old videos. And my mic sucks even worse than my current one, and I'm hemming and hawing even more than I am now. But yeah, I've come a long way. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, much appreciated, man. Very true, Alpha 6. Yesterday? Yeah, I think I saw that this morning. I wake up every morning and start answering you guys. Any comments or questions that I have? Can we do Case Anton now? So this is what was always broke. Any country with the same original tag as Free France. You can't have anything in here. We don't. Okay, you need to turn off. Let's get a couple armies. Who's got the best supply? Witzelbin, von Weiss has 4. Oh, Munstein's got decent supply. Let's get Munstein over, because he's a Chad. Okay, if I can bring Checo into the war here, that would be nice too. Now, with the DLCs, Romania likes to come in a lot, which is super weird. Does everyone have a job right now? I think everyone has a job. Perfect. The fleet needs to move closer. That was a DLC thing. Like, you need to be pretty close to where the invasion is occurring. We're going to sack the fleet off. So be prepared for that. If we lose our whole fleet, that's going to suck. But if we get to cap the Allies, it'll be worth. Everything's moving a little easier here, so I suspect that it should be okay. And the quicker that we capitulate the Allies, the better. Let's go ahead and bring in Italy. We can't invite them to faction. Okay, I'm super weirded out by that. Let's get him up to good old 20. You want a non-aggression pact? Is that the way we need to do this? Come on. We could guarantee their independence or continue to improve their relations. I want them to be into the war so that we can draw the English Navy away from the channel here. Come on, man. Maybe because no DLC actually brings them into the war. I don't care about Yugo. We're not going to do Yugo. See if there's anything else better to get. Probably NG2. It's going to take a long time, though. Let's get mechanical computing. Dude, we are just wrecking their navies. Hey, probably normal. How's it going? Equestria? Is that over here? I have no idea where Equestria is. Equestria. Okay, so apparently whatever's killing these things is doing really well here. The attacks are killing the English Navy. And what I'm looking for here is no more of the subs dying. That means that their sub fleet is either repairing or it doesn't exist anymore. So that's what we're looking for. Okay, we should get Rommel shortly. God, we're just racking up the kills here. They're still not allowing us to go in. Can we boost party popularity? I don't think that's worth it. Okay, we got dispersed 1. We're definitely going to go straight into dispersed 2. That means that I can start stacking mills. But I guess what I should be focused on is getting ready for Barb. Something like that should be good. Then we'll go Rhineland next. Or I'm sorry, Reichsautobahn next. So we should be doing this. I'd like to have an airport up here so that we can bomb their fleet. And then, oh wow. We could get air doctrine. Let's get at least 1 level of air doctrine, why not? And then let's upgrade the fighters. And reliability is not a thing, so we'll just do engine. Slightly better fighter. Rommel said something good about the Italians. What did he say? I think he fought with the Italians in World War I, right? On the Italian front, in the Italian Alps. Oh, we're getting sabotaged. I forgot about that. Let's change this to the Cavalry Brigade. Why is that not the right one? Let's bring back the Schnell Division and change it to the Schnell Division. It doesn't have all that equipment that we can lose. Okay, we're going to stay at civilian oversight. There's no spies, so we can't reduce resistance that way. I don't see anything else. Okay, MIFO bills are off. Gosh, they just won't. They won't join. Okay, whatever. Let's do it. So we will bring the navies in line here. Let's see if von Weiss can get across. Nope. What's my naval superiority? I think it has to be above 50%. We're still not there. There it is. Okay, they're going across. You got to be very quick when you're doing this stuff. Okay, so when they start to hit here, they're covering the ports. The AI is better. Wow, we're losing everything here. This is not good. I should probably delete one of these air wings. Let them redistribute. Oh, I forgot to bring these guys over. My bad. We would have got there a lot quicker. Bread, pasta, women. That sounds like propaganda showcase that Rommel was talking about. The Italian small arms are famously really good. So If you watch like Forgotten Weapons, he's a real big fan of the Carcano. Let's get these guys over. We'll start deleting these. We don't need that. And then we need a port or we're in big trouble. Yikes. Let's take the sub-navies and put them on convoy rating all the way around the UK. And then what we're not able to do is tie up our opponent in Africa because we're not... This would be a thing right here. So the UK is going to be able to shift everything to the home island here, which is really scary. Okay, let's just go straight for... war with the USSR. Actually, we're going to need Rhineland first, though. Or Reichsautobahn, rather. Ugh, that's going to take a long time. Let's go with war with the USSR. And then let's pick up Rommel. Okay, we got Portsmouth. Let's start sending over Guderian. And von Manstein. Start getting these guys branched out. Be nice if we could clean that up. And I'm just attacking to hold these divisions where they are. Wow, where's the Air Force for the UK? Yeah, it might have been a command thing though. Showcase. I mean, they didn't have bad small arms. It wasn't horrible. And you know, there was a bit of a morale issue too, most likely. Because I'm not sure that the Italian people were fully invested in World War II. Let's get some of this stuff. Okay, so you get some high command stuff, but you don't get everything. You can't do your preferred tactic. And then there's no spirits of the Army, Navy, and Air Force. Okay. Those two warfare doctrines are going to really help us out. I think our army's going to perform much better now. And then we need to bring in Czechia into this war. And we'll see if Romania comes in. Or if that's just a DLC thing. I'm glad to see that we have London. Most of the mills from the UK are in London. So that's great. Let's bring over the rest of von Weich's forces. Or von Witzelben. Have him start attacking. Okay, so the rest of his guys are going to come over. Doesn't look like I set that up properly. Whoops. Our sub-fleet was tying up the English Navy there. Okay. Manstein has landed. We'll have him go across here. Oh, get a little Lend-Lease there. Much appreciated. And Guderian, we need to blitz, my friend. Looks like these guys might try to get out. It would be nice to tie them up a little bit. Well, the tanks are working pretty well here. Wow, they're just outperforming. I mean, these guys are moving so quick with no DLCs. I wonder what the difference is, why the DLCs make them move so slow. Like I said, maybe there's some performance things that are in the DLCs that aren't in the base game, is what we're finding out here. Okay, these guys are going down here for some reason. Okay. Don't you... Look around there. Yeah, I'm not... What happened in 1948, 41 in Libya against Britain was not great. Because Britain had some command issues that they needed to sort out. I think that their overall commander changed. And they eventually inserted Monty. And that's when the tide started to turn. Okay, still hitting up the English Navy here. Got some convoys. Got some destroyers. Looks like we're harassing them over here. The sub fleet doing work. Love it. We'll just go straight to Glasgow. And then what I want to make sure that we do here is get Czechoslovakia into the war. Do we have this yet? We might have to wait. You might have to like wait right there. Yikes. It's gonna suck. Wow, Britain just caught flat-footed. Yeah, this... shoot. So what you try to do is you get Czechoslovakia into the war, and then with this peace conference or whatever, basically you're going to get Czechoslovakia for free. Now, we don't have to split this with anyone because Vichy doesn't have war score here. So mainly what we want to do is pass a bunch of times so we get a bunch of score. Then we want to start satelliting off like whatever we don't want to occupy. But the big one is Raj in Malaya. The big two. Where is it? Okay. Somali, Northern Ireland, Malta. Oh, here we go. Malaya, Raj. They separate them out there kind of nicely for you. We'll get Malaya and Raj. And then I kind of don't want to deal with this corridor over here, so we could like satellite off like Egypt, Scotland. Jordan's over there. I mean, Jordan's not going to give us any resources. Okay, come on. Where is Egypt? Let's just make sure to take the core territories. Israel, Socialist, Kingdom of Egypt. There it is. Okay. So we'll puppet them off. And then... take these cores right here. Leave Northern Ireland. So we're going to puppet off the rest of the UK now. Be nice to have the oil areas. Some tungsten right there. I'll take that. I always forget to take these islands, so I'm glad I didn't forget this time. And that will give us the Med. A lot of control over the Mediterranean. There's a lot of rubber right there. I want to core that territory so I don't have to trade for that rubber. And there's a lot of aluminium, as they say in Britain, right over here. And give me some of the islands close to the United States in case we want to get cozy with the United States. I'll just puppet these off. Actually, if... Let's give the UK this. Never mind. And I could still build in there, hopefully. I'm trying to remember. Okay, so we'll take that and then puppet off everything else. Okay, so we're going to get that war goal against Czechia. We can get them without any intervention, right? We get them for free. Let's make sure that we give some lend-lease to the UK so they can run their navy out. And then we could like request lend-lease. So it looks like you can request garrison support. So that is part of the base game. So that's going to help. That was $500,000 there. And now we could start trading without having to worry about the English Navy. So let's see what we need to trade for. Oh, wow. It looks like I lost a lot of mills. Like, what happened there? Got a huge deficit of truck. And then what? Vichy France took all of France. That's weird. You can't request lend-lease. Okay. They're having mutinies. Okay. Political violence. Well, at least that's all the mills were in France and now they're gone. That's why, that's where all the mills went. Pretty much. Well, that sucks. So let's build up the mills again. And then let's create a corridor to the frontier that is 10 out of 10. We'll see how much of that we could start building up. I want to build that corridor up first, though. I want to make sure that we have good supply for Barbarossa. And then we need to start moving things over. Hey, Adam. Whoa, thanks for the 20, Adam. Wow. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate your viewership too, man. Means a lot, dude. Thanks for the $20 lend-lease. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. I'll keep them coming. Your money's going to go right back into the channel in some way, shape, or form that I deem necessary. Yeah, so far, guys, this channel has been a lot of fun. And the channel revenue, so unfortunately you get the ads, but the channel revenue, the Canadians? No! I'm going to have to go to war against Canada? Let's just cancel. I don't want to deal with it. We'll just cancel the whole thing. So yeah, so far, channel's been awesome, and the revenue has been turned into a new gaming PC, so, and a new mic. So I put all the money back into the channel in terms of equipment, pretty much. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. The new PC works great. Hearts of Iron 4 still gets lag spikes and bumps, so it really hasn't like improved the functioning of Hearts of Iron 4, which was surprising. But I'm told the Clausewitz engine is kind of old and doesn't work that great. So that's the explanation of why, you know, you don't need to have the perfect PC to play Hearts of Iron 4, just a more modern one, really. Okay, let's get the fleet ready for Barb. So we'll just put him over here. Make sure there's no cheeky naval invasions over here. And we need to watch our oil. So let's get some oil going. There should be a puppet where we could get some pretty good oil here. Dutch East Indies. That's weird. So that was 1 for 8. Interessante. Malaya doesn't have all this oil. This is funny because all this is different with DLCs. Intriguing. So if I got this from the Raj, it would still be 4 factories. Okay, so that must be like a Waking the Tiger update or something like that. So a bit of balance differences. Limitation of the engine, for sure. What I'll do here is we'll put everything over Ukraine, and that's where our armored spearhead is going to fly through. Ukraine area. And I do need to put up a few more fighters. Just to make sure we have some air defense in that sector. Who else would be good here? Let's do Werner von Frisch for the logistics. And then the next thing we could do is war economy. Okay, war with the USSR. Yeah, no problem, Hayden. Thanks for coming to the live stream, man. Appreciate it. See if they can get supplied right there. So it's July, pretty good time to attack, actually. Let's make sure that we have convoy rating here. Take that off. And then we'll put them on strike force in case the AI wants to do something tricky, which I don't think they're going to be able to do. So we'll go war with USSR, Reichs Autobahn, so that we get the 10 out of 10 infrastructure on our capital. All supply arises from your capital. So it's best to have 10 out of 10 infrastructure there. And it's kind of on a logarithmic scale that the supply gets distributed from your capital to everywhere else. So you get a lot of multipliers if your capital has 10 out of 10 infrastructure. Okay, so we're still building up these areas. So some of these areas will come out by the time Barbarossa starts. And then we're going to capture military factories to start buffing our Air Force and our trucks again. This is a little concerning. So we don't have enough trucks. So what we could do is go down on motorization priority. Okay, so we need to go to Reichsautobahn. And we'll deck on the USSR right off the bat. Let's make sure that everyone has the appropriate orders. And then we'll just battle plan. The exact opposite of what you do in a multiplayer game. Don't let any of your puppets come in. They just get annoying. They steal supply. And I'm not sure in no DLCs if you can upgrade the supply. Oh, cool. So you can upgrade bottlenecks. You can increase the motorization priority here. Perfect. We'll do that over here as well. And we need trucks. Let's start to balance this out a bit. Oh, wow. And we need infantry equipment as well. So it looks like we should be able to create a few more AA divisions, or let's see here. We have Logi in here. Let's get Logi in here. That's why the tanks perform so well. And then we could maybe get like Logi in here and convert a couple more of our divisions into the AA division with Logi. And you want to spread them out for sure. It works out better. So they got plenty of AA over there. We'll see how many encirclements we could do. I don't think Germany could have won against the Soviet Union. No. I think that you secure your western flank first. So in like best case scenario, you take Leningrad and you make feints along the fronts. So your panzer divisions are concentrated in the north. You link up with the Finns. Yes, the Finns were in World War II, right? And then at that point, okay, once we get Vinnytsia, hopefully this supply situation gets better. Let's have you go down here, brother. So you don't have to worry about your western flank. You then have basically a front from the top of Finland across Leningrad here, and the Soviets are confronted with the fact that you knock this out, you knock all Lend-Lease off from the north. They could still get Lend-Lease from Archangel 2 months out of the year. Okay? Are they going to leave forces up here, or are they all going to get encircled by the Finns? You let the Finns take Murmansk. Your forces go along the railway from Leningrad to Moscow, and if you are a military history guy, you know they moved along the railways, particularly in Stalingrad. They moved directly along that railway on purpose. And then your direction is different. Instead of your direction going in 3 separate directions, the direction of your panzer forces are straight towards Stalingrad, Moscow, Stalingrad, from a completely different axis. And I think they would be overwhelmed much quicker that way. If you have all your armor going through here, you'd have a lot of problems up here. Yes, you would. But then you're going to have less problems because your axis of advance, when you get to Moscow, you basically have all the territory north here. Your front then is much tighter, and you can have the Finns, man the territory over here. So your front is not this huge arc. Instead, it's a straight line. Okay? And there are rails that go straight from here to here. So you're running along the proper axis of the rail lines. And you're going to have excellent rails going back and forth across the country here, and maybe not so much everywhere where you need it, going east-west. I agree, Hayden. Yeah, Hitler probably shouldn't have done that. No, Hitler had planned on it. Hitler's plan was to go Leningrad. He met with a lot of resistance from his general staff. And then he switched up tactics to go to Ukraine. But the general staff wanted to go in 3 directions. Not the smartest. I've yet to have a counter argument to kind of that plan that I just laid out there. I think it's a good plan. If there's problems, please tell me in chat or like DM me or something on Discord. But I do think that that is the best Barb plan. Concentrating armored forces in one area and just like literally like running over everyone. Switch to war economy. We should get a little pocket going over here. Okay, they're attacking along the line. He's... Oh, this is looking good. He viewed that, but effectively Japan did nothing for Germany in World War II. I mean, he did pull away the English Navy. They were occupying like forces. Yes, they did do a lot, but yeah, he didn't have to declare war against the U.S. Basically, the U.S. was involved in World War II, just using the Russian manpower. That's what I would argue. And then when they got involved, it's just more like a double tap situation where they're kill securing, you know, D-Day, and then most likely the world needed them to go up against Japan because Japan was so, you know, challenging to go up against. Such a great naval power. Okay, we are coming forward aggressively, right? Let's see, can we get more doctrine? I love me some doctrine. Not yet. It must have been air. I'll take it. And let's see, let's make sure we're microing the air up. If we get this airport, that would be fantastic. So we can get like 600 up. As you guys know, the air goes over your armored spearhead. And the AI is doing quite a good job stopping me here. This is kind of what I experienced in my playthroughs. Let's just get Kiev. They got a lot of mills in Kiev, let me tell you, boys. So as you can see, the AI is going to balance their lines out. They're all going to start moving south. It's going to get super annoying. They've whittled their way out of the encirclement that I was trying to do there. Come on, give me something. If not, we got to go all the way up to the peninsula here. Looks like they're doing well here. It's just these troops are going to start shuffling in front of me. Yeah, let's stop doing that. Okay, my planes are a little closer. We should start performing a little better here. There we go. A 100 factories on fighter. Problematic's got all the MP knowledge on lockdown, guys. Let's just sidestep this. I don't need to attack into a city. Why would I do that? Spiderweb up here. Brush aside that unit. And then just start going crazy here. We're gonna go crazy. Okay, come on, open that up. Open that up, boys. I need that corridor. It looks like we have the rail lines, but without having Kiev, it's going to be kind of hard. Oh, wow, he moves so quickly. Come on, boys, I need you this way. Oh, okay, huge encirclements here. Gonna make sure everyone's moving quick. Okay, that looks like a good axis of advance right there. This actually isn't too bad. They're holding that corridor open. Let's get this guy off and make sure that we hold Gomel, because they'll go for that right away. You done attacking into me yet? Silly AI. Ugh. This looks pretty bad. There we go. Green air over Belarus. Let's concentrate over Ukraine. Sure enough, they go for Gomel. Let's try to spread out a little bit here. Got like 14 divisions there encircled. Looking pretty good. Why is Vichy France over here? Jeez. Okay, so we can fix that by taking the supply hubs and choosing no allied supply. There's probably a better way of doing that. I just don't know it yet. I'm not used to the DLC yet. But we want to make sure that our allies... Oh, we got Odessa. That's perfect. Our allies are not stealing supply from our precious troops. Okay. We need more truck. I'd hand out more logic companies, but we're a little low on supply. The Alpine Jaeger can have some lodgies. Why not? Okay, and we just need to, like, maybe we could get across at Mogilev here. Just keep extending this encirclement. Okay, who else we got here? Okay, we can nip this little appendage off here. That would be nice. Come on. Wow, they want Odessa back. That's kind of a risky move there, AI. I'm not sure I would do that. Ah, they got around to Mogilev. Let's make sure they don't move out of that pocket. Come on, it's just a cavalry division. We have green air over here. Yep. Looking good. Oh, it's just this tile right here. Come on, baby. This is like a super weird encirclement without the DLCs. The DLCs so far look like they matter quite a bit. Just extend it further. We got no supply here, so these guys are going to move sluggishly. Maybe if I got Smolensk. Okay, we'll move them more central. We got Kiev. Yeah, that's true. With hindsight, you'll make better choices for sure. But I do like to explore the question, you know, of what the best Barbarossa plan was. So it is a lot of fun. It looks like they got quite a few units here. Some like 23 divisions in this pocket. Let's see if we can nip that off. Come on, baby. When in doubt, bring the Cass. Okay, that's what happened. We really need to concentrate over here. I don't care about gains in Ukraine area. And really the research is not doing as much as you think it is right now because there's such a disparity in the amount of factories that we have on Germany. It's going to be really hard for like the Allies or whoever to catch up with us. Our construction also does not matter as much as you think because you create that disparity between what your opponents have and what you have. That's the quick rush strategy there. That's where it really turns on. Come on, boys. We got all the Cass over Belarus. Still vanilla air. If I just could get like Mogilev or something, we could really have a good fight. Okay, disperse 2 into disperse 3. I guess we'll stack the bonuses on the next dispersed industry. Come on, boys. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Give me Mogilev. Give me something. Give me anything. We need Reichsautobahn. Oh, what are you going to give me? Turn those tanks on. Desnir, thanks for coming. Desinurm? I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Heavy or medium tanks in vanilla? I think if you really wanted the Chad historical build, you go medium TDs with fixed superstructures and heavy guns. And so you're stacking... You're basically stacking the different types of damage, soft and hard attack, onto your tanks. What I found with all the DLCs enabled is that the TDs require less supply. You can upgrade the gun to a heavy gun type situation. There's just a lot of advantages. Okay, so what we need to do here is repair. Because they're bombing us. Okay, there's a tank back here. Let's start opening this up. I don't want to start moving them with red jerry cans. So if we take Mogilev, that fixed the supply somewhat. Not completely. As we start to disintegrate this pocket, supply will increase, and I want all the Cass over this pocket. I want everything over that pocket, and then we'll just shift our spearhead over here. And then let's make sure that everything's upgraded appropriately. So reduce all the supply bottlenecks to that area. Where's the next supply hub? Hopefully it's not in that pocket, although it probably is. Let's get on this railway. See if we can start jamming in here. Having a lot of supply problems. This is where supply planes would be nice. It doesn't look like they work with no DLC. It looks like they're only for paras, is my best guess. Because there's no supply order. Okay, this is looking fine. Pocket looks like it finally wants to dissolve. And we're into winter. Hopefully we could take this out by June. I think that would be a good goal. Kind of just trying to conserve my strength here. So if we get the better version of the infantry weapon, that would be nice. Let's get these guys more central. Could get another military advisor here in a sec. Although I think they're pretty much taken up. We could get a theorist. Like, save PP for Guderian. Make the tanks move quicker. Hey, Ezel clap. Yeah, apparently. Oh, supply just opened up for some inexplicable reason. Quick, go, Panzers. Not you guys. You guys stay over there. Attack the tanks. Let's look at our supply. Gosh, we need trucks and logi. I really want to make sure that we get enough trucks. Let's increase the logi. Do we have fighters in reserve? Not really. Interesting. They are contesting our fighters pretty well. Let's make sure we get enough rubber from Malaya. The rubber manufacturing plant of Malaya. German Malaya. Don't you forget it. Okay, here we go. Finally, how many divisions? Can't see because of that bubble. 17, 19, 23. That's the plan, boys. Don't tell anyone. They're suffering from a lot of attrition. I wonder if they still have the purge on. That's another thing about this build. It exploits the purge here. Army XP gain, division organization negative 15%. That's why they're deorging. You don't even have to pierce. All right, perfect. All those troops now open up. Let's have these guys hold. And then let's have them strategically redeploy. Get up on the line as quick as possible. Okay, we're going to save for Guderian. It's interesting. Goering's blacked out. I don't understand why the no DLC version of the game is like the culturally sensitive version, but it is. Goering did do a lot of war crime. He did a lot of war crimes, so I could see why he'd be blacked out as well as Hitler. Is like Goebbels blacked out? Yeah, a couple of these guys. Okay. Could go Yalmar, not much point. Casualties? Yeah. 200k compared to their 500. Not the best. You know, most of that is probably the pocket. Most of that 500k, that half mil. If we could get another roundabout here. a little pocket, get a few of their tank divisions. That would be crucial. So we could help that out. Oh boy. It's like they're sitting there waiting for us. That's ominous. Okay, we can't redeploy because we don't have all the rails in that area. Let's hold off on any of that stuff. Okay, if they're in Tula, just forget about it. Just go around. Okay. So they're not going to perform as well because we don't have troops. We don't have air over there. So let's balance that out. And then hopefully this guy can hold up. Cut the rail line over here. Reserve was a really big issue in the war. Taking Reserve. And this was heavily contested area because there's a rail line right there that the Germans kept cutting. I believe that the rail line from Reserve probably went to Leningrad. I'm not too sure. Leningrad was surrounded. But, you know, a lot of supply was coming back and forth through Reserve, so it was really important for the Germans. I just want to hang on to Moscow. The other thing that Hearts of Iron 4 kind of exposes a little bit is the fact that you kind of need to take... If there's one flaw in my Barbarossa plan is you have to take it on a unilateral front. Because the way that the rail lines work, they don't go the direction that you necessarily want to go. So it's kind of a spider web. So if you just focus on one side, you're only going to have a rail in one sector where the rails from the bottom could potentially wrap around and help you out. The reason why I think it's better to go up here is this was all Soviet Union, and you could have you could supply through the dockyards most of the year. This would apparently freeze over, but you had naval supply that could help you out along the coast here. Okay, so this is balancing out quite a bit. We're trying to open up this wound here. Oh, Tula's open? Let's go for Tula. Tula's a really big weapons manufacturing area. There's got to be at least a few military factories over there. We got to cross this river somehow. Take Smolensk. So we got one division, one division, one division. We're not out of panzers yet. That's awesome. And the one thing that you don't get is the Waking the Tiger convert from stockpile button. So we're not able to like refit the panzers that we captured from like France and UK, for instance. So that kind of sucks. And it's the winter. There's a lot of attrition, and we're just not doing that well. I think we need to take Smolensk, and that will help. And then we need Reichsautobahn. That's going to help quite a bit as well. Let's save for Goering, or I'm sorry, let's save for Guderian. Has Guderian upgraded yet? No. Wow, he's not upgrading the Panzer leader specialist at all. That sucks. And the Soviets are quite surprising. I think at this point, what I need to do is spread my air out. So just allow the air to be controlled by the generals. That way the balancing will be better. So the AI is going to be able to balance out a lot better than I can. Ugh. Looks like we have better supply over here. Okay, Monstein is wounded. What is kind of cool is you don't have to sit there and worry about, like, upgrading immediately. Okay, Schwerpunkt. Gonna turn on the army a little bit here. Can we skip? Okay, treaty with the USSR is skipped. That would be the nice thing to get, is the upgrades to our doctrine. And we need this frost to just basically chill, like to go away. They don't really have supply issues over there. Maybe I should move this other guy up where there's no supply issues. They kind of got us stuck right here along this, the river. I wonder if the purge has decreased yet. Yeah, it looks like they're doing a little better. Nope, it's still the same. The organization is still low. Are we building any CAS yet? Okay, so we need to get those military factories out, and here's Guderian. Nice. Okay, so now our doctrine's going to be less expensive. No longer get the effects of Untermenten Barbarossa. Maybe we should go Jaeger Nuts next. That's going to increase the amount of fighters that we can put up in the air. And then what I'm wondering is, do we have fighters in stockpile? No, we don't. Wow. So they're mounting a fairly decent defense against us. Let's up the speed here. All right, Hayden, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Good luck in class, dude. Study hard. Let's kind of move my spearhead over. And okay, they crossed. Okay, Smolensk, and now the supply is getting better. Okay. You know, maybe we should not be... Okay, Reichs Autobahn is going to help us out quite a bit. Let's go Army Innovations 2. So maybe our supply challenges are going to be reduced. Let's finish up these 3 mills so that perhaps we can build some CAS again. Trade looks good. Yep, and sure enough, Armored Spearhead achievement unlocked. Here we go. Let's make that discrete breakthrough and start driving north. Okay, Stalingrad from the northern axis. Let's go, boys. There's a railroad up here, actually. It might be better to just take little bites. I suspect that we need to take Tula. And wow, we really get stuck along the rivers here. Maybe I should have attacked from Moscow from the north. Wow, they counterattacked across the river successfully. Okay, this does not look like an attack that's worth my time. I think you guys are going to see as soon as this frost wears off, we're going to be able to go a lot quicker. The other thing that hurts is no railgun. Oh, these guys look ripe for a breakthrough. They're all deorged and everything. Look at that green air. Lovely. Okay, let's go Jaeger nuts. So that's going to give us... Wait, where are we? Production cost of CAS is negative 25%. No, production of CAS goes up, production of fighters goes down. But it's hugely important that we win the fighter war. We're not producing CAS yet. We will soon. I think we're going to have to go along like... Here's what railroad leads to angles, like Marx and Engels. That's interesting. Okay, so we're gonna have to take this railroad down. Let's get these guys going. Try to dislodge this mountaineer. And then run to Stalingrad. Okay, brush them aside easily. Now that that frost is gone, a lot of the Russian generals have that winter specialist trait. We just need to get across that rail line there. It looks like we need to steer over here. Paliki Luki. See if they can keep that attack going. Let's get a few of these things fixed. Okay, they made it across. Immediate supply problems. This is not what I expected. Man, it would have been so much easier if we could get guns. We can request garrison support from Raj. I thought we already had that. We're just kind of stuck on Barb here. There, that should help. 1938, yeah. Look at the rest of the world, man. The rest of the world, the UK is my puppet. Thanks for the help, Destinier. We're trading with Southeast Asia for rubber. And I'm trading for fuel. Were you running out your navy, Adam? Look at this. Darn it. They got behind us, boys. This is where maybe an expeditionary force or two could come in handy. Ugh, we're all stretched out here in Barb. I hate the Crimea region. This looks like present day Crimea. Oh my god. They're trying to hook up here in Mariupol. Okay, you guys. Okay, so my next stream was going to be the Italian build. I think we're just going to keep going here. And we'll see if we can collapse Barb. I was going to try for 2 streams today. Hey, Pedal. How's it going, man? Are you having problems when your DLCs aren't loading when you launch the game? Sorry, man. Hopefully chat can help you out. Oh yeah, that's another thing, Adam. Did you build a ton of tank divisions? Look at, we forced our way up here, but we're literally stuck because of the weather. I'm not going to attack. When you see the red jerry can, it's just like, you're stuck. There's no point. Like, as a matter of fact, I think we might be doing better if I just take Guderian's forces and put them along the greater front, because snaking isn't working. I was able to snake a little bit successfully when I had the railguns. The railguns are, they need to nerf them a little bit, in my opinion. The railguns are really good. Okay, still not building cast yet. So we're done with micro. And it doesn't look like they're going to launch a naval invasion or do anything weird like that. We've got Moscow, so we got most of their mills. You see all the mills there. There's probably a lot of mills in Kiev area as well. Oh, there's not. They built, the AI is getting smarter. They built back further. So there are 8 unlocks in Stalingrad. Where do their mills reside? Oh, 60 unlocks in Leningrad. That's another reason why we should take Leningrad first. And then we're able to upgrade our doctrine. I'm going to wait on air doctrine. Wow, this doctrine is so cheap. So we'll be able to get naval mission efficiency. We don't really need that. Strat bombing and interception detection. Huh. Oh, got a little pocket. Love it. Watch, they're gonna cross. Thank you, whoever just subscribed. Sorry, I don't. Is that Cyrillic text? I can't read that. They're trying to break out, boys. Let's just take von Munstein's, guys. I feel like there's so much less to do here in no DLC. Okay, what are you guys doing? Are we piercing those tanks? Wow, they're getting beat back. Okay, we got air innovations. It would be nice to get more civs. Let's go German war economy. Give me those mills. We need a lot more mills. And I would like more stability. I guess the war support would be nice. Give me more stability. Kirch? Let's get one of these guys. Immediate supply problems. That's right, Soku. Oh, Greek names? Was that in... What do they call that? Latin? Okay, tank encirclements. My favorite. I'm just going to leave these 2 guys here and then put the rest of them back on the line. There we go. So they will defend the cross. No! I thought I didn't click on them. These guys will defend the crossing there. Oh! Rommel's skilled staffer ranger. So we can add more over there. Still down on infantry equipment. You know what we could do with the infantry equipment is build the old stuff. Just to try to get guns in the hands of our guys. Oh, we're negative 260 on tanks. Yikes. That needs to be addressed. Let's go down on AA. Did Kluge get any upgrades? Kluge is a ranger, engineer, infantry leader, and an organizer. What do you got, von Munstein? Engineer, infantry leader. So they upgrade infantry leader first. That's good to see. No upgrades on Guderian. And his units are like dissolving really quickly. Having a lot of supply problems. I'll just let the AI sort that out. Okay, good to see that holding. It looks like they're suffering quite a bit of attrition here. Tut, how's it going, man? Thanks, Alpha 6. You have a good day, man. Let's go improve national spirit. I feel like I want a lot more political power. Are we down on convoys? We got plenty of convoys. We're down on tax. No, and the frost is coming back. What a nightmare, guys. If I can't supply this, we might as well wait. Let's wait till the frost is over. They can attack into us for a little bit. I think we're just gonna like burn all the divisions and everything. It's not worth it. Oh, we're not doing strategic bombing, but I will go down here for forward. What is this? Forward interception. And then we could start upgrading the fighter. Okay, that fighter should do a little better. Man, the gun deficit is just killing us. We can't push with 60,000 guns in deficit. And then, what are we building here? I don't think we need another dockyard in Odessa. That was interesting. Okay, that looks serviceable. We could go mech. We need Logi 2. We don't need mech. We need Logi 2. Now, I think it would be a mistake to try to make the more expensive guns. We should try to conserve all the production efficiency on the guns that we do have. So just keep that production efficiency there. And just try to build out the guns like that. Okay, looks like we got the improved national spirit. Get that industrial research speed going there. And we're going to have enough to go to total mobilization. More than 80% war support. Okay, who's very hawkish? Who can we get more war support out of? We're full doctrine. We don't have to worry about doctrine anymore. So we could upgrade the tank. Since it's no DLC, there's just the basic stuff. Go main gun. Little engine. A little bit of reliability. Okay, finally got some CAS in stockpile. Okay, where were all those air wings that I just created? Should start up a line attacks. Okay, got the Hermann Goering work. Just go down as you do as Germany. Oh, we're out of manpower. Okay. Let's do extensive conscription. That's not going to be good. Does Yalmar increase repair speed, though? Railway construction speed. Let's get Yalmar just in case. We got gobs of political power. This can go away. That can go away. What else? What else? We don't need any of this stuff. We did Jaeger nuts. Oh, we could get war propaganda against the USSR. Perfect. So we need to keep doing that to get war support over 80% so we can go total MOB. Are we still in a frost condition? Not really. Okay, we got manpower. I'm just waiting for the manpower to trickle down to our troops. Get caught up on the guns a little bit, maybe. Let's get another line of tanks going, too. So many needs. Upgrade our motorization. And that should really help supply out. See what our battle plan's doing here. -10. Yikes. That doesn't look too good. Okay, so that's all going up. We just need to repair things more than anything else. So hopefully we can accomplish that. Let's get that extra research slot going. And... okay, green bubs. Love it. Okay, war support is to a level where we should be good. Got Logi 2, so we could make Flammpanzer. I'm sorry, Engineer 2. So we should be able to make Flammpanzer. Let's just go for this bonus. And we don't need anything else. Construction wouldn't be bad at this point. As you could tell, I'm not a big construction guy. We could try for encryption. I don't want to go total MOB until we have enough for women in the workforce, so we need like 300 political power or something like that. If you go total MOB without going women in the workforce, you'll lose all of your manpower. It's looking like we're having decent manpower. We control the skies. They're still fielding fighters. Huh. It's not letting me duplicate some of these. There we go. What else we got in stockpile? We got some CAS. Just going to try to spread those guys out. And it looks like we need a variant of the CAS. I did not expect Barbarossa to go this bad. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, got the better CAS going. Let's go total mob. Women in the workforce. And I guess war bonds could be good. We'll go air innovations 2. Extra research slot will go towards CAS. Actually, we're going to get the upgrade, right? Let's go with fighter. We're going to get the upgrade from air innovations 2, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, this is the wrong thing. We want to go tactical air effort. Sorry guys, I'm just playing quick and dirty. We get the more ground crews going. They still can't cross into Crimea. No, there's frost again in October. Give me a break. Strikes. No, we got strikes because of women in the workforce. So that is because stability is too low. Oh my goodness. Come on, guys. How are we going to get stability up? We could go the raids. We're going to have to go raids to get the stability up. It was only 49%. You get strikes at below 50%. That was really unlucky. Doctrine's maxed out. Could do another upgrade to the tank. I think that's the only thing we can upgrade. The Chad tank. We'll make a better tack. Range is not a worry with the tack. So we'll just go engine in bombing. What's up, Geo? Look at Bessarabia. Oh, sorry. How do they do that? Do they do an amphibious landing? Thanks for yelling at me, guys. Guderian will save the day. You'll see. You'll see, boys. Let's take like half of these guys. Spread them out over here. And then we will pray. Okay, they're moving over. You guys are hilarious. I was like, why is chat moving up? Heroes of the production fund. Stability increased by 5%. You're welcome, Germany. You're welcome. Okay, and all their mills are in Leningrad area, so we need to get Leningrad. Where is this guy going? Don't go down there. Gotta stay on top of this AI, I'll tell you guys. Okay, so we got TAC. Let's... we could demand Sudanland. I forgot about that. Let's get naval stuff. I know, right? That probably started to affect... No, they could still go north. It didn't affect supply yet, but it would have shortly. Man, they still want to go across there. I think it's all Leningrad. And they probably moved a lot of factories to the Urals. But once we get Leningrad, like, that's got to be half of their mills. I kind of like this, though, because the tanks aren't low supplied over there. I will accept your Lend-Lease. Give me rifles. Okay, what else do we want here? More naval stuff. More research stuff. Let's get some extra resources. Why not? Oh, that's 800 days? Yuck. Oh. Free civilian factories. Don't mind if I do. Look at that. Beautiful. Turn it all blue, boys. Turn it all blue. Okay. Why we're not overwhelming them is beyond me. Yeah, don't let them link up with that. Let's get those two mountain divisions. Oh, the French are exercising. Very nice, French. France, I appreciate it. Look at that green air. Nifty little front there. Thank you for donating your mountain divisions. I appreciate that. No. At this point, Sudanland, I know for 99% sure that Sudanland will bring Checo into the war. Okay. More or less, we need to take mills from them. We need to... I'm not too worried about making mills ourselves. Okay. Whatever you got here. 6 mills. Not that much. It wasn't that bad. This is crazy that we're going into 1940 here. I'm going to blame the railguns. Let's go funked. That and the fact that we don't have like all the army spirits. But basically by now I've capped USSR and United States in a normal run. So I guess I really exploit the DLCs. I'm a DLC exploiter. I feel bad. Please, don't be mad at me, guys. Submarine Strike Force? No, they're convoy rating. You talking about just in general? You're probably one of those cruiser sub guys, huh? Let's take these guys out. Now what? Okay, strike force over here. Haha. Okay, got Xcav. Do a little more constructing, I guess. How about you give me some Panzerfaust? Give me some decryption. I want that decryption bonus. Plan Z? Let's go U-boat. I like U-boat. And we got the Fuck-a-Wolf. So we can get Heinchel on the tank. Oh, we can't. Well, I can move Heinchel onto like this tank. So I couldn't apply Heinchel because everything was already upgraded. Okay, and there you see Heinchel is applied to the tank. Fighter needs to get upgraded. So much to do, boys. So much to do. This war is lasting way too long. Wow, look at all those mills. All those mills are going to be coming out. This is going to be great. Let's start upgrading supply to the front. Oh, they're heading up to Murmansk. I don't think we have to worry about that as much. There, that'll help out quite a bit. So if you guys didn't know, if you just hit this button, upgrade bottlenecks, after going into the supply map mode tab, it will do it automatically, and then you're not playing as much of a Railroad Tycoon Simulator. That's probably enough mills on fighter. Okay, we're about to catch up on our gun production. All right, any day now. There's any of these guys that we don't need. Could get an aircraft designer. Let's apply the aircraft designer to our fighter. We just like upgrade that. Boom, we got it. Aircraft designers on the fighter. I wonder if I can apply that to the other things. Yeah, let's do that. Is this gonna work? Do we get Heinchel? You don't get Heinchel on the TAC or the CAS. I knew that. Light aircraft designer. Okay, we've split into two fronts. Let's go for an Atlantic fleet here, boys. Nav 2s would be handy. Okay, so we need to upgrade that CAS. Lag spikes everywhere. Message from the... okay, they canceled their Lend-Lease. Okay, we got the Urals. Oh, they're still down here, but the French are holding them off. Okay, modular construction. Intriguing. Who could we replace? Goebbels, I want your war support. Who's going to give me stability? No one. Okay, I guess that's as good as that's going to get. Do we have anything over here? We could ban communism. Do some raids. Oh no! The stability went way down. Oh no, we're going to have strikes. Hey, Vietnam. Germany would have sent nukes. Oh, yeah, they would have. If they had nukes, they would have used them. Scotland is a puppet. I'm very proud of that. My Scottish puppet. Yay! Okay, and we're going to do the peace treaty, and then we're going to end the live stream, guys. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I think the next live stream is going to be Italy testing, and then I will put out an Italy guide. The build, quote unquote, has been constructed by my good buddy Credfield, and it's going to involve a little trickery with war goals and spiking world tension early. I have yet to get it to work, so it may have been patched, but if it is patched, I will figure out a different guide. It doesn't use too much cheese, but it is cheesier than the Italy guides that you see on my channel. The Italy guides on my channel that are up there right now do not incorporate like paras or anything like that, or some like weird war goals that are going off. So I'm pretty proud of my Italy build. But I don't want to just show you the same exact build. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. It might be the same. I'm not sure. So we'll take that. We'll puppet the rest. USSR is pretty easy. It is what you see right here. There's no islands or anything weird. And then go Russian airport. Russian Empire. Give me. And then with one of the DLCs, you also get an upgraded picture pack. So this is a guy that looks like Rasputin with the long mustache hair. Yeah, Italy is harder than Germany. I don't think it's very odd. They don't have a very good focus tree, and they're in the middle of everything. And they're underpowered. They don't have as many good, like, tank, whatever you call it, tank military high commanders. Well, I'm excited then, guys. I'm excited to show you guys an Italy build. The way the way that I did Italy, my original build took over Austria first. Obviously, you puppet Ethiopia, then you don't have to worry about manning this down here against the British Empire. You take out Austria, then France. That was my first one. Then I figured you just skip Austria, and to get realize the Roman Empire, whatever it is, forget what it's called. You need like Tyrol or something. Yeah, you need Tyrol. So you have to take Austria eventually. But you could get away without going up against Germany by taking Austria first, France second. If you are Chad, then my second build after Man the Guns, I think, was take France first, then Allies, and then I believe you took out Hungary, then into Germany. You could take Hungary without Allied intervention because they're like semi-fascist or something, or they're non-aligned or something weird like that. But the whole key to the build is fighting in North Africa, creating encirclements in North Africa, bleeding them dry down here, and holding the Alps right here, Swiss Alpine area, whatever this is. And then you push after their strength is depleted, but you have to do it quick enough to where the UK doesn't come in against you, because it is kind of nice to take France, then set up against the UK without the UK joining with France and buffing their line down here, because this could be a tricky area to cross. This is a really bad area in terms of supply, just to let you guys know as well. So like on your USSR builds where your capital is way over here, it's really hard to go across here. You want to even go even around this way is the way I do it. Remake the Roman Empire. Imperium Romanum, thank you, Soka Hayes. It's very hard, Gary, yeah. But like I said, you could make it easier by going Austria first and just ignore Germany. I don't think they'll come in against you because you're fascist as well. And then, like, to get it, you do need, like, parts of Belgium, like, all the way up here. I don't think there's a way to do it without bringing in UK, because you need parts of UK too, oddly enough, because the Romans were all the way up here, like where the Hadrian Wall was. And then I think you even need like parts of like Romania and like Bulgaria, and then all the way around the Mediterranean. So it's just a matter of taking out France and the Allies, and then you could possibly, as I suggested, ignore Germany. But I think you just take out Germany after they start Barb, and then when they have all their troops over here, you backstab them, something like that. It's not too hard. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining. Okay, we didn't go too late. It's only 12:38. Maybe I'll stream tonight, maybe not, but I've got to practice the Italy build, as I said. So we'll see. If not, we'll do it next week or something. And more big things coming with the channel in a few months. So I'm going to be able to dedicate more time into the channel. We've got Patreon. We've got channel membership on YouTube. Those are ways of supporting the channel. YouTube has said that they are going to make it so that you can, like, they're going to make it like Twitch, to where I could go and make a raid on one of the other YouTube channels. So that's going to be exciting. So that's going to come up pretty quick as well. Wow, 42 likes. Thank you, guys. Jeez. Just looking at my numbers here. Thank you guys for the donations as well. I appreciate that. And yeah, we'll keep on going here with this Hearts of Iron 4 channel, and I'll try to not make as many other types of videos. I want to expand into all these other types of videos. I'm continuing to think of other channels to create. There would be one-offs of this channels. I have a lot of interests. I am interested in Tesla. I'm interested in finance. There's a lot of other things that I'm interested in that I would like to share with you, but it would not be desirable to make that on this channel because you get too many notifications that would annoy you. So for now, I'm just going to make like little videos here and there on different topics, but obviously 90% Hearts of Iron 4 or other World War II content. Yep. So thanks for your support, guys. Adam, Patriotic Songs, Gary, thanks for coming, man. And yeah, I'll see you on the next live stream.